Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to this new live session of Customily. We're going to get started in just a couple of minutes. Let's start this live session with the basics. What is Customily? Most of you installed the app quite recently and are either getting started with your store from scratch or beginning the process of selling personalizable products on an existing store. For both cases, we have the perfect tools to get started. Okay, so Customily is an app that installs in your store and provides you with live previews of products, along with options that your customers can interact with, changing those live previews with every interaction. So, for example, this is a product on my store, a regular product with a regular title, price, variants, and a quantity selector and a listing photo. But Customily has been connected to this product, and now I get to see options. In this particular case, we see an option that says number of pets. So I could actually pick between 1 and 3 dogs or 1 and 3 cats and a combination of dogs and cats. But if I were to pick, for example, 2 dogs, then I start to see options coming along, and my live preview will start to change, meaning that I can now customize my product exactly the way I want, and I will get to see the live preview of how the product is going to look in the end. That's what Customily offers to your store. It will load on any new product or existing product and provide you with the chance to live customize the end result. And of course, you're going to be seeing a realistic example of how it's going to look. So this testing that I'm seeing will show you that from text typing to clip art selection or even image upload, this preview will change and give you a realistic example of how the customization is coming along. But not all that. Remember, this is, if you go back a few years ago, you will realize that before this, you had to manually go over in back and forth emails, sending proofs to your customers about what they wanted to customize. You will have to offer all possible options and all possible text inputs, and you will have to do that manually on your side. Send the proof, get the approval, get the changes, and that will be a really time-consuming process that, if you had many orders, would be prohibitive. So after you were satisfied and your customer was ready to order, you will have to create the print file and you will have to fulfill that. So Customily has come to simplify all that process. Now the creation part is on the customer side. So you provide them with a structure, with a template, something they can customize without any difficulties. A customization should take a minute or so. It should be intuitive, so your customers will feel comfortable customizing and creating their own designs, picking their own texts and their own chapters or their own backgrounds or uploading their own images in any way they want. But after they purchase and they're happy with the end result, you as a merchant will get from Customily the ready to print file. And that's priceless, because now you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do the back and forth proofing. You don't have to do the creation of the print file. All you have to do is grab the ready to print file and fulfill. And not only that, you're going to see that we have a lot of integrations that will also automate that fulfillment process. So there's a lot of steps and a lot of time-consuming instances in the sales process that has been simplified with Customily. Now, how does this work on your store? Basically, this preview is done by loading a template, like I mentioned before, on the page, as well as these options. And these two elements are created in Customily. So if you follow the steps of creating a template from scratch, you'll be able to create the options automatically within the app, and you'll be able to connect this to any existing product. As simple as that. That's the core idea of Customily, that you can create the template, the customizable side of a product and connect that to something existing. But what about if you're starting without any products? And for that, we have also something for you. Yeah, this is the preview that I created. Yeah, and it's ready to check out and fulfill. Now let's talk about Customily 2.0. Now, what is this? This is our latest update for Shopify stores, which allows you to create and publish personalized products easier, faster, and better than before. Those starting your stores from scratch will have more interest in this section because now you can choose a product directly from a print-on-demand supplier, add a design to it, and get it published in your Shopify store, all from the Customily app. And also with the print-on-demand services that have an API connection, all the fulfillment processes will be automated. This means that once you receive a purchase, all the order details and the ready-to-print file will be on your Shopify order, but also they will be sent to the corresponding POD provider automatically for them to fulfill and ship. Now, another interesting feature for Shopify users is the free access to Customily design libraries. And this means that you can find designs ready to use and sell, or you can use this exclusive clip art collection and create your own art. So we can say that there are 4 different ways to explore Customily 2.0. You can work with a print-on-demand supplier who has its own product catalog, right? And add a design from Customily's library to it. This is the fastest path and the one that allows you to have published products ready to sell in minutes. You can work with a print-on-demand provider, but choose to add your own designs to their products. In this case, you will have to populate your design library before being able to publish products in your store. On the other hand, if you have your own products, maybe you're on your own fulfillment, and you're not interested in working with print-on-demand providers, the way to go is to start by populating your product-based library. After you have your own mockups, you can choose to add a design from Customily's library to them and create and publish products really fast. Or, of course, you can add your own designs to your own products. Now, this is the path that involves more time, but once you have all your product mockups and all your designs set up, it's just a mix and match game, and you'll be able to create and launch products really fast. Going back to our previous live sessions, that you can find them all in our YouTube channel, you will see we are about 25 live sessions now. And you will see that we have explored pretty much all of these 4 options, as well as created products that are existing on our stores, and we have connected to them. The idea is that you should ask yourself, what are you going to be doing? What kind of path are you going to be taking with Customily? You're going to start your store from scratch, so you need to create products. So it's better to create them using Customily because those products will be connected to print-on-demand providers. You have your own designs, so we have tools to create those designs so they can be customizable. Or you have all your products ready to go and you want to add customization to them. So you can create the templates that will load on the front end. Now, in any way, you'll be able to offer customizable products. The end is the same, but the road you take will depend on your needs. So Customily will adapt to your needs, but it's important that you ask yourself those questions in the beginning. But I think it's better if we see that front end on the app. Yeah, let's start from the beginning. Okay, so imagine I am a Shopify store owner. I want to start selling personalized products, and I just installed Customily to try it out. Here we are in the main menu of Customily, and the first thing you're going to get is an onboarding page. And that onboarding is really simple, really fast, and really friendly, but it will ask you those questions that you need to know first. Now, answering those questions will be key for you to have a more tailored and personalized experience. And the onboarding will guide you through the first and main tools you need to know. So you should ask yourself if you're going to be creating new products or using your existing product, or if you're going to be creating new products but using PODs or your own products using our designs or your designs. Those kind of questions will guide you through the app, and it will save you a lot of time because you're going to be going through the sections that you need without exploring the rest of the app at the moment. In any case, you still have access to everything about Customily right from the beginning. No tool limitation, no area limitation. You are free to use and explore the app in all its content. So if you start here, you will see that at the left bar, we have 6 sections. The first 3 sections are shortcuts to the 2.0 tools. And the other 3 sections are the main core of Customily. You can explore, manage, and create your templates. Remember, templates are the ones that load on the front end at the end of every new creation or every connection. You can upload and organize your assets in libraries, color libraries, font libraries, vectors, and images. And you can see all your connected products in the store section, as well as change many settings that will help you customize the front-end experience of your customers. So here in the store section, you will find your Shopify products. You will connect to them or you will create new. That's entirely up to you, but everything is manageable within these 6 sections that you see here. Okay, so today we are going to create this product. Not only that, I want to show you the experience of transforming an existing product into a customizable product. So for that, I pick this product that I have on my store right now. You see this customizable fishing box. I'm actually selling this as customizable, but to be honest, I'm not customizing that. All I'm showing is that you have a lot of color options in variants, and you get to see both images. Yeah, this is the original box, and then you can customize it. So basically, I have the fish stencil, and I can imprint a name. Turns out I have that tool, that machine for that, but I need to make sure this listing can be customizable. I mean, I can just keep adding new examples. I can just add new pictures and a text field so you can type your name. But what if you want to preview that live? That's priceless. That's engaging. That's sales conversion. So you want to offer that, and you're going to see it's going to be really easy. But let's start with this doormat. Okay, and for that, let's browse around the start page. Now here, in the start section here, you get to see, the really big option, which is to create a new product. And if you click on create new product, you will see that we have a lot of print-on-demand suppliers connected to us, integrating fully as in automatic fulfillment as well. And of course, you can have your own product bases that we have talked about that, and we have covered this in other live sessions before. Also, you will see that you have the My Designs section where you have all your custom designs aside from the Customily designs, and the product bases that you can connect. Here you can create them. So I'm going to talk about the print-on-demand suppliers. Those that have API connection to Customily will have the automatic fulfillment indicator down here. That means that if you have an account with them and you have an API, you can put that in Customily so it fully integrates and you are able to automatically fulfill, meaning that any product created from their catalog inside Customily will be connected to the print-on-demand, and any purchase of that product will send automatically the print file so they can fulfill and ship. So for example, if I were to connect my existing API. Remember, we're going to make an account for any of this. What I can do, and I'm going to cover this now because it's usually what people want to know at first. The onboarding will take you to this section as well, but you might see that now. Here we have the main menu's navigation, and you will go to settings. And in the settings area, there are 5 tabs, and you're going to go for the integrations tab. Inside here, you'll see, well, right now I have 2 integrations, Printful and Printify. Okay, I can see all other catalogs. I just don't have the automatic fulfillment, but I can enable by clicking on the drop-down menu here, picking, for example, Gearment, and clicking on Add and Enable Integration. That will show Gearment here as the new integration to be fulfilled, and I'm being asked to put an API key. Now, where's that API key? Well, the best way to find that out is to click on this link here that will take you to our Help Center. This Help Center article, as well as everything that is inside Customily and everything you need to know about Customily, will be found in this Help Center. It's easy to access because you can access that through this balloon here that says support. But directly to this particular article, you will have sections to find out exactly where can you find the API key of each print-on-demand supplier. Once you get that API key, you copy and you paste that in here. Whatever other information you need, you're going to put it as well. And you click on Save Settings, it will turn green, and you will now have that print-on-demand supplier integrated. Okay, so, and you can come here and add another one until you have all of them. So let's go to the start again, and let me show you how you can create that doormat we saw. We're going to click on Create New Product. The print-on-demand list will show up, and I'm going to pick one print-on-demand, in this case, Gearment. So whenever I pick on a print-on-demand supplier, I will see the catalog of products integrated with Customily. We keep adding more every week, and we can add upon demand as well if you want to sell something specific. They add new products constantly, so we check them out, do the API connection. You can ask, and we're going to be connecting them, see how they perform using Customily. So here I have a lot of pages that I can explore, but I can just come to the search bar and look for a doormat. Particularly here, I want the sublimation doormat 24 by 16 inch. Yeah, I'm going to click here to select this product. If I have variants like color variants, size variants, etc., I can pick them here, so I can choose what to sell. When you pick colors, you will get color mockups of for each variant. If you get sizes, you will create different files for each size. So everything is done automatically for you. In this case, we don't have any variants, just one. So we're ready to click Next and jump to the next part. The next part is picking the design. Remember that a product needs basically a product information and a design. Together, those two elements, the product information and the design, will create the template, because the template is the file that loads on the front end but contains the information to print and also to showcase on the front end. And that's very important, because if you later want to understand how a template is built and how you can build your own from scratch, you need to understand that you first need to set up what you're going to print, and then you're going to grab that information and put it nicely on a mockup. Now, in this case, Customily will do everything for you, but just important that you understand the structure of the main element of Customily. So in this case, we can choose our designs. In this case, let's say I don't have any design, or I can pick from Customily designs. I'm going to click here, and I get to see a lot of designs, really amazing designs, all royalty free. You can grab anyone and then change it, modify, pick the people or the dogs, you will see that we have some categories that are related to characters or to seasons or to events or even to specific product types. There's a lot to explore here. There are, well, in this case, these are categories, so close to 30 categories, and inside, well, there are way over 100 designs for you to explore. But I'm going to pick the fall season because I wanted to check out this one. Yeah, Hello Fall is the one I'm going to pick. It says that I can pick between 1 and 3 dogs and cats. And remember, that's what we saw on our selection here. We have 1 and 3, between 1 and 3 dogs or cats, or the combination of them. So once you are satisfied with your design, just click on it and sit back while Customily does all the work for you. Right now, what's happening is Customily is creating a new listing on Shopify. Then is connecting to the API in Gearment and bringing the information about this doormat, basically the print area, the mockup, everything that it needs to create the template. Then from our server is picking the design information and putting that design on the print area and on the mockup. So creating the template. Also, it's creating the options. So after this process is done, which takes less than 2 minutes, you will have a new product in Shopify connected to a template with options and ready for you to publish if you want to go active and start selling right away. It's about to finish, and before you actually publish something, you are taken to like a revision page, and that's where you can start doing some adjustments if you want. You can always go back and do adjustments later on the templates, later on the options. Nothing is steady and unmovable inside Customily. Let's see how the product was created, depending on the information sent by Gearment. Oh, okay. Seems like we have like a double image, but don't worry, that's what I just said. You can always go inside this and check out if you can fix this. This is really easy to fix, so I'm going to show you. It's a great way to practice that also. But don't worry about that. You can actually start changing stuff. And for example, these 2 buttons are really useful because here you can edit the product details. So if I click here, it's a shortcut to something you can do on Shopify later. But I could change this to live session fall doormat. So I know this is the product that I created. Put a price to this. Okay, write down a nice description and save these settings. This will update on Shopify, okay? But you can always change that again. Another thing we can do, which in this case, because we have kind of this, may not be the perfect way, but let me show you. We can play around with the options to see if everything is working correctly. So if I were to pick, I don't know, 1 dog and 2 cats. Yeah, the dog name can be cat. You see, it's live changing. This is what your customer will see. Only it's just on a testing phase before you publish. And I could go to here and find a nice Labrador. Then on the cat, I'm going to put this name and look for a Scottish Fold like this. And on the second cat, yeah, let's go with this and find here. You see, whenever I pick on the options, this is all already created by Customily. So all you have to do is play around with this until you're happy with your design. And the cool thing about this is that if you like this preview that you see here, all you have to do is save this as your new product image, and it will replace the empty listing photo that you had when this was created. Remember, this is a new product with a simple image from the print-on-demand provider. Okay, so once this is saved as the new image, you are ready to publish this. If you save as a draft, it's just going to stay in your store as a draft without being able for you to see that on the front end. But if you publish, the product will go active. And check out this. I didn't put my Gearment API when I showed you that before, and well, Customily is telling me that until I put my API key for Gearment, I will not be able to fulfill automatically. I can still publish, but I need to put that key in order for the entire process to be beneficial. Yeah, this is my new listing. It's loading the options, loading everything, and I can start customizing anything I want. Now, since we are seeing kind of this shadow here, we're going to see what happened. Sometimes images coming from PODs could be a bit flawed, but you can always have control over this and adjustments. So if I show you the backend, you will understand better. Basically, after we created this product, if I go to the backend of Shopify, I will find, if I go, let's say, the doormat, I'm going to look for a doormat, I will see that we have the live session fall doormat. This is a new product created. Yeah, just a new listing ready to go and categorize, have all the tags, everything for you to work. That's one thing. On the Customily, remember these three sections are shortcuts to the 2.0 tools, and here you can explore and manage everything that is related to your live products. So if I go to templates, I should be able to find this template that was created for the new product. So if I click on last modified here, I will see that today this sublimation doormat has been created. And I can change the name and I can edit this. I mean, clone it or even delete that if I want to break stuff. But if I want to just check out how this is built, I can click edit and see for myself what Customily did. Basically, the design that was created originally in Customily that involves having one dog or two dogs or three dogs, well, all the combinations, one cat and stuff, and you don't see anything, but it's actually here. You need to open this and check out, I don't know, dog number 10. And that's the dog showing there, yeah? Or dog number 86. Yeah, like that. So everything is inside here, everything from the original design. And it looks correct, right? So this is how it's going to print. It's going to print in 609 by 406 millimeters. It's going to print as a PNG 300 dpi. So whatever your customers will customize will show in here and go like this PNG to fulfillment. That's one part of the template. If you click next, you will go to the second part of the template. That is how this design is showcasing on the store. For that, we have a couple of extra tools that came directly from the from the print-on-demand provider. That is the product information, the product colors or product picture, and the mask. Mask usually is meant for you to add like an extra effect. Very helpful when you have fabrics, when you have glass, when you have wrinkles on t-shirts and stuff. Basically, this is a PNG that if I click here to hide it, this is basically what came originally from the POD. And you see the image kind of was not properly cut out. So we can actually change this. Why? Because we have full control of our template. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the show the mask again. The mask is this. Yeah, it has a transparency and a sort of texture to replicate the matte, the matte texture. So I'm going to lock it because I don't want this to move by accident. And I'm going for the product colors here. And the product colors is what I want actually to change. Um, for example, how you want to see this front end, just click, hold, and drag all the way up, and you will see that first thing like that. Yeah, so this is the product. And you see it's not perfect, right? Let me just, seems like it's missing some space in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, put this all the way down and make sure we stretch this until it fits the background. So I'm going to pick one of the corners and I can grab like this, or I could hold the shift and it will expand. You see now I'm changing the background image so it's going to fit the mask as well, and everything will look exactly, let me just see, yeah, like that. That was kind of the thing. Seems like the product color was not perfect, but we fixed that. And that's all we needed to do. Now, when you click next, you have a chance to review everything before saving. And what I want to say about this is, well, basically, whatever you change, for example, this is all together, but basically because we are experimenting this. But imagine that you as a customer select dog number 10. Whatever you see on the front end on the preview will reflect on the print. That's why you can preview nice and easy, and you can also print right there because the template is doing all the job for you. So I'm going to save this, give it a second so it saves correctly all the dogs and the cats and stuff. Remember, all I changed was that background image that didn't come out perfectly, and the rest is all there sitting, nothing changed. But now that I saved the template, I can go to my product again, and without having to redo anything, all I have to do is refresh the page, and the template will load again with the new information. Okay, so create from products, and okay, so let's refresh this, and you'll see how, well, the listing photo didn't change. Yeah, that's for certain. Okay. But when I start customizing, I can click one dog, and now we have a nice looking image, exactly the way we want. If we want to change the listing photo, remember that's really easy, because all you have to do is go to your Shopify, add a new listing that you can grab from just playing around with your, and remove this one that it was faulty, yeah, like that. And now we have this new photo ready to go. If you want to grab this image to be also part of the media of your product, just come all the way down, click on the preview button, and just save it. As simple as that. So you can create as many options and as many images as you want, always to build up your product gallery. Yeah, because that's always nice to show. And when you're ready to customize, just click on the start playing around with the options to see the live preview. So I have a lot of products like this. Okay. In fact, this product comes with a first imprint that is the fish plus the eat, sleep, and fish. Yeah. And apparently I have a lot of inks available. So what would I need from to get started with a customizable product of this? I need a couple of things. I need to know what am I going to be offering for customization. In this case, I'm going to be offering just the name. So you can type name and it will show up like this. Perfect. Details aside, I should know what color I'm going to be offering, what font I'm going to be offering. That's always something that is related to a text input. But I also want to offer the fish in different colors. So what I will really need is, and let me show you here on What I would need are the mockups of every color option that I want to offer. In this case, I'm going to be offering 5 colors, okay? So I need these images as I see right now, okay? So with these images and the knowledge of what I want to offer as customization, I am ready to create a template for this product. So I go to Customily, okay, and check this out. If I go to store, remember store is where you manage your products. I will see, well, this is my store and I could have many stores, but I'm going to go for products or link products, it's the same. And these are my products. Right now, I have a lot of products connected to Customily because I see the check here, and some of them that are not connected. For example, the fishing box. And this is a regular product that has no connection. But since I'm in Customily and I'm looking at this product in particular, I can click on this and I can see that I can connect a template and connect or create the options. Not only that, I can see the product variants. I can open here and see the product variants and see that I have the colors here. Not only I have the colors, I actually can then add functions to those variants, and I'm going to use that to my advantage. But right now, what I want is to connect a template. So I'll go and go to templates and create a new template. Okay, let's name this the name for fishing box. Yeah, very creative. Now, remember that one of the things we needed to know for a fact is the size and the settings of what I'm going to be printing. So in this case, I know that I'm going to be printing a name that will have a print area limitation of 200 by 45 millimeters. So that's my print area, and I'm going to create my page based on that print area. Now, this is our design studio. Okay, and here you will see that there's a lot of tools for you to start customizing things. On previous live sessions, we have covered all of them, and we have seen many tricks onto working with this. But basically, you can set up text boxes so customers can input their own texts, selecting fonts, selecting colors. Then placeholders are objects that your customers can upload their own images or, well, vectors like logos and stuff. But uploading your own images is very handy when you are offering products that involve like photo collage and stuff like that, or mementos, memorials, all those kind of things. Then we have map tools, street maps, and star maps. These are really nice looking, and I encourage you to check out our examples for this because they provide really nice gifts. And finally, we have the dynamic elements, dynamic images and vectors. Notice that between placeholders and dynamics, we have an icon difference. And I like to point this out because it's like a nice memory help. Placeholders have only one icon, meaning that your customers will upload their image. Now, dynamic elements will have 4 icons, meaning that you, as the merchant and the designer of these products and designs, will be able to upload anything you want. For example, I can upload 100 dogs or 100 cats inside one single object. If you upload one image, basically you're uploading like a background or a fixed design. But if you upload 2 or more images, you're starting to offer choices like this. You're offering these choices. So you upload 20 dogs, and Customily will understand you're offering the choice of dogs, and will create the thumbnails, will create the pop-ups, everything for you. But that's how you use dynamics, because basically these are for whatever graphics you have already. Now, I'm going to create a text box. Remember, my goal is not to go too far. I'm going to resize this box so it prints all around. I can go faster by clicking on the transform tab here, and for example, typing in exactly the dimensions that I want for this box. Next thing I want to do is I'm probably going to, I want to preview something. Like, um, I want to preview something. Yeah. And let's go to character here. Let's open this and start playing around with the fonts, sizes, everything. There's a couple of extra settings. For example, all caps. That's a good idea. Okay. There's alignments to the center, the right, or justify, and vertical as well when you have more than one line. But if I were to choose fonts, I'm probably going to start with one font, but I can keep uploading new fonts over this plus button, and I will see all of them listed here. I can pick one or many. In this case, I just want one. This is a really simple product, and I can fit this text a bit bigger, right? So I could start playing around with the maximum size I can fit. I can fit something like, okay, like that. It's stopped at 110. So yeah, that's the limit. Now, what if I keep typing? If I keep typing, I will start to shrink because I have reached the end of the box. But how small can I get? Well, basically, I can see that here in the minimum size. I can pick on the eye, and I can go this small. This is too small for printing. So I'm going to limit this probably around 80. So yeah, I can fit somehow 10 characters, no more than that. Or I could just fit a bit more, but no more than that. That's all in your control. So you will stop customers from typing unnecessary because you will limit them by box and by size. Finally, this is for printing purposes, so the information will go on an, for example, EPS file. It could be DXF, PDF, PNG, any vector or image format. You can export this in Customily. And I want this to be printed in black, yeah, for the purpose of the machine. In fact, I want also this to be printed in CMYK. Whatever your machine needs, you can set it up in Customily. And that's it. Let's come here and change this. So you see, this is all for, this is just testing, nothing like that. And I'm going to change this. I'm going to call this, type your name. Type your name. The reason I changed this layer name is because that later will show up in the front end like this. So, sorry, here. Dog name. This label here will reflect from what you pick here, so it saves you time. Remember, this is the printing part. So if I click next, I go to the mockup part. Now on the mockup part, if you know you're going to be having like a fixed background, you could start with an image. But in my case, I have multiple colors, so I'm going to pick. I start with a background color, white, and that's it. This is my text. Yeah. Nothing else to say. And what I need to do is I need to start adding information about my product. For that, you will see that we have, again, dynamic images. And I'm going to upload the images that I have here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. Yeah. I'm going to open those color options. They will all be inside this box, meaning that I can select them. Okay, let's center this. I have alignment tools here. I'm going to align to the middle and to the center and go to transform to change this to as big as this. And okay, seems that it's above this, so I'm going to drag this down. And let's call this the product colors. Yeah, like that. So, and I'm going to lock that so it doesn't move. Basically, all I have to do now is shrink my text and put it somewhere here until it fits what I want to showcase. Okay. One more thing. Also, we should change the color of this text for the preview purpose. So I can come to the color tab here, pick on this, and I don't know, grab something like that. Okay, maybe something lighter like that. Yeah. Now, how should I resize this to fit better? Let's put this Anthony example. A quick trick on this. I can keep adding dynamic images, and I'm going to add a new one. This dynamic image will be just for reference, and I'm going to delete that later. So I'm going to upload my reference, which is the original image. Okay. Make sure it's as big as the others. Yeah. Let's make sure also the text goes up. This is the reference, delete, and lock it. So now that I have this reference, to actually, well, work with what you have and what you know, I can start rotating this and make sure it fits what I want for this. If I want more precision, I can always go to transform and adjust this angle by angle. Okay. Once I'm happy with the size of things, like here and here, maybe flip like this, like that. Okay. And that's going to be my preview. Right? I'm going to unlock this, and either I can hide it, okay, or I can delete it. I'm going to hide it. Very important. Type your name is a text object and is number one, has an ID of number one. And the product colors is a dynamic image that has ID number two. If I go here to the options section, I'm able to actually see all the images inside. For example, from blue to brown. So blue is the first one, brown, then I see green, then orange, and then purple. Yeah, everything is inside this same object, and that's going to change with the variants. Having finished this, all I need to do now is click next and do a final revision. If you recall, the idea is that whenever your customer types something, it will show on the preview and get reflected on the print file. That's a template working. And of course, you can change the colors. So let's save it. Once you save a template, a new template from scratch, you always get this. Connect to a Shopify product or go back to templates. I'm going to connect this. This will take me to the store section, to the product section, where I can find my fishing box. Okay, so when I pick this is empty. Okay, I can choose my template and find the last one, the name for fishing box. So now that I picked my template, I can create the options automatically. Takes a few seconds depending on how complex the options are, how many elements you have there. Okay, these are the options and everything is ready. So all I have to do is save it and go back to, actually, I'm not going to preview this. I'm going to the original listing and refresh. And I can start customizing now. I can type something and see that change that. And I have the product colors here. So I can check this, see that in brown, in green, orange, and purple. Everything is working perfectly. Now, what if I want these product colors to change with these variants? That will be great because it will save me some time on deciding, and I'm managing stock, so I need the variants. So how can I change that? Very easy, because that's something you can also do in Customily. you need to go back to Customily, back to these settings. Remember that I showed you that here you have an expandable area called product variants, and you have a, in this case, only color variants. We have 1, 2, 3, 5 variants, okay, color variants. And check it out. We have something called a Customily function. If we open this, we can add a function. Basically, a function is it's an action that controls the template. So basically, I can tell Customily that whenever you pick on a variant like this, on a color variant, there should be a function working on the template. And the function can be to change the color of a text, change the font, I don't know, change vectors, add price, add products, add pricing, or change to other templates. But I'm interested in this, changing a dynamic image. Which dynamic image? If you recall, we saw that the text was number 1 and the image was number 2. This is very important. If this ID is different, is wrong, then the preview will not work correctly. So always pay attention to that. But if you remember that, or you can have another tab open with the template so you can refresh your memory, you will see that the image I want to affect is number 2. How do I want to affect this image? Basically, I want to show the first image when I pick blue, the second image when I pick the brown, the third when I pick the green, fourth for the orange, and fifth for the purple. Yeah, you see automatically it fills this. Yeah, and we can, oh, my bad. I think that when I use the scroll wheel, oops, okay, that would not have worked correctly. Now that I've set up my my function to control this image, I can come here and save it. But what about the options? Right now, I'm pretty sure I made it so that I can change these images with these variants, but I need to delete these product color swatches that Customily created for me. How do I do that? You can always go inside. I can close this. You can always go inside. You can click here and go inside the template, like this. And you can also click on the title here of the gray area and go inside the options. Why would I go inside the options? Well, basically to delete this. Yeah, you have the type your name, it's the text input, and the swatch. And this is all created by Customily, but you see everything has its own swatch and everything is looking nice. But I don't want this. I don't want this because I have the variants, so I can delete that. Period. Now about my name, if I click here to expand and see what I can change from the label to from a help text, I don't know, something like text will print in capital letters only. Okay, yeah, and I can suggest something like Anthony. Yeah, it could be just this. Like this, a placeholder is a suggestion. It's nothing. It's something that is not showing on the preview, just as a shadow suggestion. If you put it here, initial value, that's something that will show by default on the front end. And other things I can do is I can restrict to numbers or letters, spaces or no, or even get even more complex to avoid special characters and stuff like that. Also, I can restrict the number of characters. Let's put 12 and see what happens. And that's it. I'm customizing a lot of stuff. The rest is all working. I mean, remember the function is there. It's text number 1, meaning that whenever I type something on this input, it's going to reflect on this text option. Yeah, so I customized this a bit. I save it. And again, I come here and I refresh. I will see now that I have a 12 character limitation. I have a suggestion here, help text, and if I click on green, I change to green. orange, like that. So I just made my existing product live customizable using my variants, using very simple stuff like text input and nothing more. And it's all working amazingly. I still have my listing photos, okay, and I have my live preview. You always have an excellent support team behind Customily. You can always contact them at support@customily.com. Open a live chat in the app. We have an open chat in business hours EST. And also, don't um, don't hesitate to join our Facebook communities. Then you can ask questions, share tips. There's a lot of people helping other people, commenting the live sessions, helping others get unstuck. So I encourage you to join those live sessions, those communities. Watch our live sessions on the YouTube channel. Each video will have a link to download the files so you can replicate the tutorials. So that's a great way. These videos are not just for watching, are for following. And if you like a product, you have all the tools to actually build that and start selling. So it's a great way to get started. Okay. So, well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying a bit late. Uh, Quick reminder, next Thursday we have live sessions, and next week we won't be having live sessions, but we are going to be uploading new content to help you out with new tools and ideas. So, hope to see you very soon. Have a great end of the day. Bye bye.